Hello everybody, this is Barbie. I'm back today with the craft along with me. I wanted to kind of give everybody an update where I'm at. This right here is a page out of my country farm journal, I think is what I'm going to call it. Haven't decided for sure, but anyhow, this is something I just did, and it's a pocket. Let me see if I can find something here to stick like so. Goes like so. Okay, it goes in the book, of course. And what I'm doing right now, well, I'm getting scattered already. Let me show you how I did this. I had a page out of one of my butterfly books, and I had this idea that came to me in the middle of the night, like a lot of times it happens. And I thought, I had cut out before just one side of the butterfly from the page and then left the other straight and mounted it on like so. And I like that idea too, but I thought, well, what if I cut out a little bit out of both and just left it where I could mount it on like a belly band or like I've done right here. And so what I did is, hope you can see that, I stitched all along here and put some lace underneath it, and then that is glued to a piece of paper. So it gives it stability. It's not just like fabric. And then I mounted it, I stitched it, or I glued it onto a page. So that's my idea. I'm gonna do some more like that, maybe with some different, a few different ideas, maybe putting some paper collage underneath instead of fabric, you know what I'm saying? Do some strips of different colored papers, etc., kind of like so. And yeah, I'm gonna probably do some more of those. So I've got that going. Now let me show you my cover I've got. I don't know if you remember, I did a video showing this idea of taking little bits of fabric and stitching them all together. So you can see all the stitches here, and this is done on the machine. And what it does is it just adheres all of these little pieces together. And I decided I wanted to use hearts. Then I added this lace. Let me make sure I'm in the frame since I'm flipping it all around here. Yeah, that looks good. And then I decided I wanted to add this lace and some pearls onto the flap, because it's going to fit like this. And then this is going to be the flap that comes over and attaches. I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to attach it, but that's the general idea. And then I'm going to find me a piece of fabric, and I haven't decided of what fabric, but it may be some tea-dyed muslin, probably a plain fabric, but I haven't decided since this is so busy. As you can see, I added some different laces and things to it. So I'm going to, before I put my liner in, I'm going to add my pages in. No, I'm not. Before I put my strip of fabric here on the back, I probably will put some lace or something. I haven't decided, but I will get my signatures stitched in first. So I'll have to put my liner on, get my signatures stitched in, then I can do my spine and put my latch on here. Now the other thing I've got going here is, after I get my lining put on, I'm going to, this is a little piece of slow stitching that I did. And I used it, part of it, in the cover of the last journal I did, the English Country Gardens. So the colors really go good with this. So I think I'm going to use this piece of slow stitching as a pocket, probably on the front page. On the front inside cover is what I'm thinking. Haven't decided for sure yet, but that seems like a good plan. And so that's where I'm at on that. Then here's my journal I've kind of got going right now. And this is some of the collage papers that I had done, which I have on my Etsy now. I did something, I put an actual butterfly on this one rather than using a butterfly out of the Photoshop. I added an extra a real a cutout. I can't talk. You know what I'm saying? That's glued on, that's what I'm trying to say, and that's glued on. So it's a bit different, but basically the same gist. And then the little, so what my idea here is I want to go through each page. I've got my bases in, and I'm going to go through each page and kind of, I've started right here, kind of sticking things here and there to get a starting point for my pockets and, you know, different embellishments on each page. So that's kind of my idea. Here is some a snippet that I had stitched together using coffee dyed paper. And I have a tutorial, I believe. Yeah, I have a tutorial on how I did this. If you're interested, you can go back and look at my videos. This one, I'm just sticking here with a paper clip because I don't know exactly if that is what I'm going to put there for sure, but that's what I'm got thinking about at the moment. This is some Screech Owl Studios papers. I just love her papers. They're really pretty. All of these are Screech Owl. 2 different kits, so that's a picture I found. This comes from Tailor Made Journals, and I love that old house, and made that little belly band there. Anyhow, this is kind of my beginning point, and so that's kind of where I am today. Look at that picture. Oh, I just love that. And then again, this is one of my digitals, which I couldn't find the one where I had done this, so I didn't get it in my kit, but there you go anyhow. Oh, and this is a little, I can't remember if this is from Caroline Studios. Caroline, I believe it is. Anyhow, I got these. These are her, if I'm correct on that. I'll have to look and see who did these, but she does really pretty lace, coffee dyed, or I guess it's coffee, tags, papers, etc. Anyhow, so it's so pretty by itself. I just embellished it up a bit and did a collage here on the back and made a little pocket, put that in there. And here's another one of my digitals I did, which didn't end up in this kit, because I think I'm going to use these chickens on the next kit. Anyhow, that's what I've got. That's the game plan for right now. And again, this is a very country type journal. I showed on one of my videos how I did that. This is just some vellum that I printed a print on. Again, just did some flips here using fabric. I'm going to do some more embellishing on all of this. This is from my kit I just put on my Etsy shop, and I think what I'm going to do, the reason I stuck this in here is I think I'm going to take this and cut that paper down and probably put it on there, and then do some embellishing on top of that. So here's some more I've done. And this is a little, I took the kit and downsized it to, I believe it was 3 by 5, I think it was. And let me measure that and see. I think it was 3 by 5. Just a minute. I have here's one. This is how they came out. And then that's folded, you know, in half. So it was a 6 by 4. Yeah. Downsized it to 6 by 4. And then folded it in half, made it into a little pocket. and stitched it. And then I have a little envelope in here, coin envelope, which I made out of, I think it was TaylorMade Journals, that has all the little seed packets. And I used some of my coffee dyed lace paper and made a coin envelope, which then, I don't know if I put anything in it or not. No, I haven't put anything in it yet, but you could. Anyhow, I'm just going to stick that there for right now. And I used a little Tim Holtz, probably getting out of frame, a little Tim Holtz paper clip, because it's just perfect for that little bitty thing, a little bitty, bitty, bitty. So, again, made a pocket, some different flowers I had fussy cut, and I haven't embellished that yet, but this is the same idea. I've got to embellish all of that. This is a little folder I made, and I think I showed you that one before, and I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to mount that or what I'm going to do, but I'll probably put a picture in there. And then this has all kinds of little goodies stuck in there, and that is I don't know if that's Graphic Fairy or my porch print, but I'm pretty sure Graphic Fairy has one of those. And I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to mount it. I may stitch it in as a signature, so I'll have it on one side and then the other, or I may just use it as attachment. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to attach it there. It might be too bulky. I'll have to think on that one, how I'm going to attach it. So that was my idea on that one. And then this again is an attached little envelope I just showed you. Just did a little quick pocket there, embellished it. Really pretty photo I found of a bee on a flower. Some other little envelopes I had from another kit, I don't know where. It's just working out of my stash. Okay, this is, again, this is some of my paper in my kit, Country Farm Animal. I think it's called Farm Animals, Kit 1. That one, I'm going to probably just use this as some background papers since I already have them printed out. And it goes well with this journal. This was something, I don't even know where I found this, but I printed it off on vellum and made a little tag to go in there. I also backed it, the vellum, on some paper. I think it was paper or maybe fabric, I can't remember. Anyhow, I wanted some backing on it because it was really thin and I didn't want it to tear, and I stitched all around it. Yeah, let me see, is that, yeah. I was trying to figure out if that was a page or, oh yeah, that was a page. Again, just some more of the same kit. And this was a video I did, I believe, where I wanted to have it as a offset page to give it a little bit of a dimension, and put the little bird on there, and a little envelope I had, my stash. And again, now this is one of my paintings that I did. It's Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's a little wren. Made it into a little card, printed it out. Vellum, which yeah, that's a vellum pocket of some sort. I mean, little something I had. Anyhow, it's vellum. Again, here's one of these little flip outs. And then this is from a book I had, and I think I showed you that book. Or no, that's yeah, I think I showed you that one. It's Bedingfield, I believe it is, which he has some beautiful paintings, real English farm country type paintings, which I love the look of. Little bees. this is some paper I had tea dyed back. Drug it out of my stash because I needed some. I'm out of them almost. I need to do some more, and it's just one of those things. Okay, here is the first one I did, and as you can see, I stitched it and made the butterflies. I cut the butterflies out separately and mounted them, and then just tied it all together with stitching. And I really like that effect too. So it's just different ways you can use butterflies. The collage I did with some butterflies, some birds, and this was actually the page out of one of my Victorian English Gardens, I believe it is Victorian English Gardens book that I showed you last time. And there's one of the pictures, and all around it was just like white paper. So I added the tea dyed paper around the edges to make it look more vintage. And of course all the little labels, birds, butterflies, etc. I really like that page. And this one again is out the back side of that picture. This is what it was on the back side. Excuse me. My throat's tickly. So again, that's that. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? This is what I've come up with to begin with. I need to start lining out some of these pages that I don't really like the background paper on. Let me pick up the one I had in mind here. I think it was this one. So this is from my digital kit, one of the pages which I'd printed off at like a 5x7, and I had to cut it down just a little bit to fit. And I may still have to trim it a bit, but maybe not. I don't want to get it right in that where it folds, because it will make it not fold correctly. So I think what I'm going to do is, see, right there's the fold. So yeah, and no, I'm not going to stitch it because you can't see me stitching. I'm just going to glue this down, and if there's any overhang, I'll cut it off. Hope everybody is well and having a good day. I've been busy with working on the computer, and I haven't been out in my shop doing any crafting, and I really missed it. So I'm happy to get out here. Yeah, there is an up and down to it. See if I can get this on here without messing it up. Like I said, I'm leaving about an 1/8 of an inch there in the crack, fold, whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty close. There is a slight bit here I'll trim off. There you go. Okay, now I've already stitched around this. So what I'm thinking is, I'm just going to glue this down, and I'm going to kind of somewhat line it up with that lace. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, and this was printed on canvas paper that you can buy in the office supply shops here in the US, or Amazon, which I believe Amazon is where I got this from. And it's called inkjet canvas, gessoed canvas paper, or printable, or something like that. Anyhow, it's for inkjets, which is what I have as inkjet printer. And it is canvas, and it is gessoed, because the gessoed gives a whole different look than if you get it ungessoed. Not that it won't print on the ungessoed, it will, but the ungessoed is more of a wheat colored natural canvas color, and so it won't come out as bright. So it just depends on your, you know, what it is that you would like to see happen. Well, here's something I had that I thought I might put in there, but if I did put that in there, I'll have to trim that. Shouldn't put that in there because it still has the glue is still wet, so we won't work on that right now. Okay, let's see what else we might have that would work. I had wanted to, I've got a bunch of stuff over here. Here is some tags I made. I wanted to show you. I got this idea that I wanted to put some lace on just some paper, scrap paper I had, and then I sealed it with a vellum paper, which gives a really kind of crinkly, I kind of like it, it's fun. And here's another one I did. And on this one I put some antique lace, and you can just see the white trim on the antique lace, and it's kind of a mesh looking underneath there. So I thought that turned out cool. So yeah, let me see if I got anything already ready to go in here that might work good on that. I like that, but it's too wide. I don't think I want to cut it up. I want to wait and hold that for something else. And I don't see anything, so I think I'll just use one of these. Maybe this one looks good. So let me see if this will go in here. It's going to stick out too far. That won't work. Nope. Okay. Let me see what I got here. I got all kinds of stuff. I really like that, but again, that's too fat. Won't work. Here's all kinds of smaller. Yeah, something like that will work. And that. That's too small. Let me see. I think I want to use them. That looks good because you're picking up all the colors of the rooster. I think I'll do that. Now I need to grab something to back him with. So what do I want to use? I wonder if this will be strong enough. No, I don't think so, because that's out of Nope. That's out of on printer paper, regular printer paper. Let me grab something that's a little stiffer. This will be good. This is out of an Edith Holden book. And it's got some description in the back. So I think I'll use that. Yeah, this one's good. All right, I'm gonna glue it on there. I was wanting to do something with using a punch. Tracy Fox was showing some double tags she was doing using a round 2-inch punch, which was really cute. But I don't think it'd be feasible for what I'm doing right now, but I would like to maybe play with using a punch, so let's see what we can do with that. I want to go over an hour. It just takes so long to download them. And it's a little bit better now that people have started to go back to work, but well, I'll tell you what, when everybody was using the internet, on the internet all the time, everybody was off work, it was just horrendous. Okay, that's gonna be cute. Now I've got something I did the other day, lace snippets for little tag toppers. I don't remember if I showed these to you or not, but they're fairly simple. What I do is I just take a piece of fabric like so and throw some lace on it and stitch right down the middle. And that way you can take and spread the lace back like so. Now this one's too big for this one, but then you glue it on that fabric right there and then flip the other over the top and glue it. Again, this is too big, but you see the idea. So this one's a nice one. It picks up the light color and the butterfly. That one's pretty too. Blue won't work. Too much pink. Too big. I see I haven't put a butterfly or anything on that one yet. That one's just plain, but I was thinking about putting a button, I think, on that one. That was too big. That was too blue. Okay, it's either that one or that one. This one's it. It's right size, right color. All right, let's see. This one here, I may have stitched down too far to separate it out. I don't know. I could probably put it like that. Let me see if it'll stick out too far. Oh, that might be just about right. Okay, that looks good. All right, let's see what we can do here. I hope I haven't been getting my head in the way there. I get so excited what I'm doing, I don't even know where my head is. Now this one I stitched, like I told you before, on the butterfly right down the middle, so the wings are still loose, which I like that look. So trying to see if I've got enough. I don't think I do. The way I stitched this one, it doesn't have enough room, so I'm just going to glue it like so, like that way. Yeah. See if I can get this down. Yeah, I like it. Stick to it. Whew. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That looks pretty cute. Yep. Okay, while we're working on this one, I guess we might as well just go ahead and figure out what we're going to do on this side here. On this side, I might just go ahead and use a basic paper on there. I think let me see. Of course, you're not going to see this page. So it really depends on where I stick it in the book. so I'm not going to worry about it. I like this page. I'm going to do this page here. So I think I'm going to tear it. I feel like tearing something. So I'm going to start out right down the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tear. I'm going to tear two sides. Yeah, two sides. And then, because there's no up or down to this, I'm going to glue those two down, and then I'll just cut the rest off. This is how you do it when you don't want to stress out over if you measured it correctly. I used to really get all stressed out because I couldn't get it exactly the way I wanted it, and it was too big or too little or something. And I don't even remember how I figured out to do this, but probably saw it somewhere. But it sure is less stressful, I can tell you that. Okay, where's my little... There it is. Excuse my reach. Making sure I don't have it in the fold. It's the only thing that's really kind of important. There you go. That's a good thing, as old Martha would say. That's a good thing. I'm using my fabric scissors for my paper, and that's not right. Get the other scissors. Now I could tear this, but I guess I could try, but the thing of it is while it's still wet, sometimes it doesn't tear correctly. This looks like it'll work fine. There you go. Okay, so there, that one's ready for something. All right, let's think about what we're gonna do here. This was an old recipe card, and they make really good journaling spots. And I was thinking about, I guess I could do something like that, but I've got a lot of those already. So I'm wondering if I could, let me see if I can find my punch. And maybe we can do one of those window things I was talking about. Let's see if that one's good. Well, this one may be too big. We'll see. Let's see what we got here. That's pretty big. Huh. I wonder if I should try that. No guts, no glory, huh? I think we might ought to try it. Alright, what I'm going to do, I want to make sure I'm kind of in the middle here somewhat. So, I'm going to use my little grid down here and mark the middle. I think I need to consider the fact that this tab is sticking out right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, that's basically the middle right there. All right, and I'm just gonna push it back as far as I can and stay somewhat in the middle. Make sure I don't see any light on either side. So, Hands are sticking. Doesn't do good to have. All right, that looks good. I'm going for it. Here we go. Woo, that's really close there. I don't know. That might not be good. Let's see what we got. So if we use this as a pocket, do we want to do it like that? That's kind of cute. It's all the way down there. All right, first before we do that, we've got to decide what are we going to put in there. Oh, let me see what I have here. All of these are too fat. It needs a picture of some sort. That's what I need. Oh, I made this cute little thing just the other day out of some collaging I did. So that's too big for that. We'll use it someplace, but not there. Okay. Nope, can't use that. All right, find something here, Barbara. That's too fat. It's not big enough. Keep wanting to use that, but I haven't found a spot for it yet. All right, I need something that's longer and skinny. Those are all small. You know what? I need to get some cardstock or some old print. I could use this for the background, and then I could mount a bird or something in there. Yeah, there you go. That's what I need to do. All right. Some old print. Where's it at? Or, hold on a minute. Where's my little tickets I was wanting to use? My little, yeah, these little jiggers. I don't know if that's a good size. Yeah, this will work. I'll have to cut it down. Yeah, I'll cut it down. It's about the right length. All right. I think I need to cut off about, because we're going to glue it. And I don't want that sticking out. You know what I really need to do? Probably need to cut a smaller hole. Let's see if we can get by with this. I'm going to mark it right there. And if not, I can cut another one. I'm not going to worry about it one way or the other. Oops, wrong way. Oh, I need to check the time, because I lose total track of time. All right, so it's been 39 minutes. Okay, we still got time. I have a drink. Hold on. But my whistle. Okay, let's cut that right. Yeah, there. Okay, now if that works, well, you can see a little bit. That's just bugging me, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to cut another one, but I'm going to use this paper, and I'm going to cut a smaller hole, because that is just big. trouble with this stuff here is that it's so close to the edge that I can't get in there. Gonna use it. Too much trouble, gonna use it. I'm wasting time. Okay. That'll be fine. You can see a little bit on either side, but that'll be fine because I'm gonna glue it all the way around. And I'm not gonna put anything acetate in there. I'm just going to leave it open and glue it down. Yeah. If that wasn't so close right there, I would sew around it, but because it's so close, I'm afraid it's gonna cut it, so I'm not going to sew. You notice how I get these ideas that justify doing or not doing what I want it to do? So, yeah. I just don't like to sew while I'm doing a video because it just seems like I'm not including you in my video. So that's my thought. I'm gonna raise it up just slightly. Hope I'm in frame. Should be. That glue stabilizes that section there, so it should be fine. Now let's see what we have. Oh, you see what's happening there? It's like coming through there, so I don't know. I'm not liking that. Let's see. Ooh. Hadn't glued down yet. Okay. That's not going to work. Best laid plans of mice and men. That just makes me mad. I don't know what I could do. I can't use it. Throw it away. Quit trying to hang on to it. Alright, back to our original thought. I'm going to punch a hole in this. See. Hold on a minute. I have a square punch. Let me see if that'll work. A square punch. Yeah, let's see what that does. And I'm going to grab some cardstock. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some cardstock. I got all these different colored cardstock. Let me see what this looks like. I don't know if I like that or not. It's not the right brown. A little bit too dark. Not bad. But you know what? I could cover it. Yeah, I could cover it. What about this one? It's not bad. I think I'll use that cardstock and then decide if I need to cover it or not. That'll work. Okay. So, let's see here. I want to make sure my pocket is big enough. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the hole first. Yep, cut the hole first. See where we're at. I'm going to give myself plenty of space so I don't worry about. Just don't want it cockeyed, if you know what I mean. I'm going to save these little pieces. They're really good for decoration. Okay. Now, we've got a hole, and we've got our tag. So now we know. I want to make sure I've got plenty of room. So maybe like about 1/4 of an inch past the width of the tag. Okay. There's the cutter. Oh. How did I not, where's it at? There it is. So, needs a little bit cut off of that side right there. Whoops. Maybe about 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. About right there. I don't know why I can't get this straight in my mind, what I want to do here. I want this to be, yeah. I need to measure it. Okay, I got 3/4 of an inch, so I need 3/4 of an inch on that side. Should work. Make sure, yeah, 3/4 of an inch. There you go. Finally. A little brain dead today, apparently. Okay. That looks good. I can always cut this down if I need to. Yeah, I might need to cut it down a little bit. Okay. Now, I want to have this sticking out like so. So, I'll cut it about there. There you go. Yep. Very good. Finally. Now, let's see what this looks like. I think I need to cover it with this. So, what are we going to do here? The optimum way to have done this, now that I see what, now that I'm to this point, would have been to cut the hole at the same time, which I did not do. So what do I need to do? Should I cut it now and then glue it down, or should I wait and cut it? I think I'm gonna glue it down and then cut it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Made a decision. That's a good thing. All right, where's my glue book? I have a tendency to just put stuff on top of stuff, if you know what I mean. Just lay it down on everything, and you can't even see the bottom of the stack. Wait a minute here. I got all these digitals. I might need to do something. Let me see. I might need to use some of these other papers. They're kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. I could cut that right there. It's perfect. There's that butterfly. That's what I'm going to do on that. And then I'm going to use this piece of paper here. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right, maybe I can find another one. I don't want to do that. It's messing up my whole thing there. You think I couldn't print it? Ha ha, here it is. Here's one that's not printed. There you go. Yep, that'll work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tag. I'm gonna cover my tag with this paper. And I'm gonna cover my front of this with this paper. And we're gonna mount it on that. Very good. Okay, here we go. Probably was all off screen, but I wouldn't do anything other than mouthing. Sometimes I get so scattered. Yeah, you should be a fly on the wall when I'm working in this shop by myself. It's pretty hysterical. Okay, I don't care as long as I'm within reason. There you go. I did get my printer fixed, thank goodness. It just needed to be, the heads needed to be cleaned really good. I thought for a minute there it was bad ink, but it hit me one day. Well, I hadn't cleaned your heads lately, so probably that's it. After I fretted about it and got all frustrated because I'd have to send, I've already sent it back once. But the first time this happened, the first ink cartridge didn't work, but when I put in the second ink cartridge, it worked. So I thought it was the cartridges. And it may have been, I don't know. Maybe it was a combination of, I'm not sure. But whatever. So this time, neither cartridge worked, and I was livid because I had all this printing I had to get done. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I better not talk because I gotta cut this out. All right, let me see if I can hold it still. Hopefully that's close. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. That's good. All right. Now, there you go. You know what? I think I'd like a little fleur or something on there. I need a fleur. Let me see what we can come up with here. I got a bunch of flowers I could hopefully grab. Everything that I've got so far just seems like it's too big. But you know, isn't that the way of everything? When you're looking for something small, you can't find it. When you're looking for something big, can't find that neither. It's kind of nondescript. Not exciting. What do we want here? Nope, nope, nope. That's too big. I love that, but it's too big. I've been trying to find a place for it, and I still haven't found a place for it. That'd probably work. Too big. Not good. But I gotta think about, no. My orange butterfly. Yeah, I'm gonna use an orange butterfly, so I can't do a pink. So what could I do here? I don't know if you could see in there what I was digging at, but let me see. I really need something with a bit of orange in it, don't I? Now sometime, you know, orange and lavender goes pretty together. because they're complementary colors. Let me see what that might look like. Where's it at? Yeah. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait before I pick my flower. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out with my tag. And once I get that done, oh man, you know what I did? Because this has to fit. Yeah, it'll work. It'll be right at the top, but it'll work. Okay. Yep, that'll work. All right, where's my cutter? The reason I cut out two sides, and I'm sure you've seen it done many times, but the idea is that by cutting out two sides, you can line up these two sides, and the rest of it you can cut out after you glue it on. But you need those two sides to line you up. And to me, it's just easier that way. All right, let's see here. Two sides are right there. So I've got to be sure and line it up correctly. When you're doing these journals, what I have figured out is you can't get too far ahead of yourself, because by doing that you take the risk of not looking far enough down the road, because you're doing it as you go along. You know what I'm saying? And if you kind of make your plan and you haven't glued it together yet, you're still making several steps ahead, at least 2 or 3 steps ahead is what I do before I start putting it together as a rule, because if I don't, I usually jump ahead of myself, and then I've made a mistake as far as thinking about, well, where's that butterfly gonna hit? And hopefully I haven't miscalculated. I'm going to, in order to allow that butterfly to hit where it needs to hit, I'm going to cut off a little bit there at the bottom. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Like so. There you go. Very good. All right. Now we're to the stage where we can put this in. Yep, that'll work. Now really I should stitch around that. I'm going to stitch around it. Y'all just hang on for a bit. I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll go fast. It also really does help with the gluing process, I think, when you stitch around it. It gives that glue some texture to stick to, I have found, and it really helps with that process. Okay, about ready. Thing is, I want to stitch around that little window. So hang on here. Now around the little window. Should I just, I'll do a straight stitch around that one. That way it won't take quite so long. Just about there. Hold on. Just about there. Last stitching. Trying to get all the strings out from underneath me here. Oh boy. Hold on. That was the most crooked stitch. Mom would say it's more crooked than a dog's hind legs. I got it now. Hold it. Okay. Okay. Get all these strings off. Gosh almighty. Oh yeah, see, that makes all the difference in the world. It's all about that little stitching, just right. Now, truthfully, I would stitch around that, but I can do that later. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down so we can wind this up here. Because I wanna get some embellishment on the front of the pocket. Sorry if I was off camera, but I was just gluing. It wasn't exciting, trust me. Okay. When at all possible, I like to stay away from the middle of the book because it adds bulk when you fold it. So I try to stay out to the edge. Plus it gives the edge a little bit more stability. That's what my thought is. Now I will stitch around this, but for right now, I want to make sure I can get my, that's a little bit too big. As you can see, that's why it's trying to stick to it. It ain't working. So, I can't stick it in there right now. So I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. But I think that's going to be pretty there, no matter. I don't know. That kind of bugs me. I don't think so. Alright, I'm not good about rushing. I'm a slow crafter. I'm going to take off a little bit off of both sides. So I can probably try to keep it as balanced as possible. That'll work. Now while that's drying, I could go ahead and get my little toppy put on here. Can't put that one on there. I don't know. If I put that one on there, and then I use this here, we'd pick up that pink. Yeah, I like that. That's what I'll do. Okay. Let's get this glued on. see what happens. Get that down a little bit more. Now that will dry clear, even though you can see it now, it will dry clear. There you go. Okay, I think that's dried enough that I can test it. Oops. I don't like my pockets too tight. That's still not dried enough. I can feel it trying to stick, so hopefully before I finish the video, it'll be all right. Okay, gotta get this down. I need a bit of lace or something. Let's see about that. I think I want something a little bit. I need some paper. Need some paper. As if I don't have any paper. Yeah. Get that. Now. There you go. Huh? That'll work. I want it over that a bit. Okay. Where's my lace? Let's see. If we need that. We may not need that. Yeah, I think we need that. Okay. Where's my glue book? Oh, come on. Here, I can just use this. Okay, a little bit of lace. For the lace, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. There you go, that's perfect. Clip that off just a teeny bit there. I use the Fabri-Tac, that's for gluing on lace. And good. Now let's see if we can get it in there now. Tell you what it is, this is really thick now. And where's my, let me see if I can clip off the corners. A lot of times that'll help it to go in better. Oh. Here's the problemo. I cut it, but it didn't cut all the way through. So that other piece of paper is just sticking there. Well, that could be the problem. I'd say, I don't know. There you go. Brain dead. There you go. Okay, I think that turned out pretty cute. So, there's our page. Get up and show you the page. Turned out pretty cute. I hope I was in frame. When I start working, who knows where I end up. So, one frame down, 50 to go. Not one frame, one page is what I'm trying to say. One page down, 50 to go. There you go. That's it for the day. And I hope I'm not too far over. Oh, a minute. Oh, an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's it for the day. Until next time, this is Barbie saying bye bye bye. Hope you enjoyed my little video. And I hope I wasn't too scattered for you. I'm trying real hard to learn how to do these videos to where I'm not so scattered. I'm just used to doing it all by myself with, you know, not any time limits on it. So I'm a pretty slow crafter, I think. I can't craft as fast as some of these ladies do. But nevertheless, I hope you found it beneficial, and I hope it will inspire you to do something. And just don't worry about anything. Just start cutting and putting things together, and you'll be surprised how quickly it all comes together. This is Barbie saying goodbye again. Bye-bye.